So you've decided to breed some sheep, chickens or piglets to get milk, eggs or easy access to fat and meat. Oh boy, there is a long road ahead of you. I mean, in Minecraft we lure cows with lush hay. In Vintage Story we simply smack the beast in the face and run for our life until we finally get the animal into the paddock. Now, given that animals have gender, we need at least one male and a female for them to start reproducing. Females and offspring will follow the dude, so punch him first, and if he isn't there, then just punch the Okay, just stop. Let's not talk about that. Anyways, females and offspring are likely not to chase you, but run from you, so you can use that to your advantage to pilot them in the pen. Now that you have your livestock, you need to craft a large trough first and place it neatly so that the animals don't escape your pen. Stock up some food to feed your bad boys and girls. Bighorns and piglins are fine with hay, grain, veggies and fruit mash, while your chickens really only enjoy grain. But maybe you should feed them flax grain because it has the lowest saturation of all the grains and is not extremely nutritious for the player. And just don't forget that you might as well just stop feeding your animals if you don't want them to breed. So your female bighorn might consume up to 10 servings of food before feeling satisfied, and the male's appetite remains a mystery. The wiki says that they need to eat like one portion of food, but just watch the female because the guy will have probably eaten something already. Bighorns are pretty magical creatures because they can mentally impregnate a female from a distance of 10 blocks, and that means you could even keep them in different paddocks. At a certain point, the female updates your status from ready to mate to pregnant, and that means that we should start stocking up on buckets. In around 20 days, your lovely bighorn will turn into a Karen, because now she has a kid, but that's fine. Just get your bucket and be ready to milk her for the next 21 days. Now, milking a sheep is an art on its own, and here lies the complexity of the prelude, because merely poking the bucket at the sheep's face will only aggravate her, but it's kinda part of the process. As soon as the status changes from lactating can be milked to too frightened, we need to stop and take a short break for a few seconds, maybe go take a walk or something, and then we'll see the status lactating can be milked again. Now get your bucket ready and stick it in that sheep's face, and the status changes to too frightened. And yes, we need to retreat again. And this is how we approach the sheep with an empty bucket until at some point the divine female comes down to earth and gives us the milk, from which we can now make cheddar and cottage cheese. Now, remember the little lamb that Karens buy? It was born in the first generation. When it grows up and produces its offspring, those sheep will be in the second generation, making the milking process easier as they will be less inclined to get scared or upset, and after the third generation they can be slaughtered for meat using the butcher's knife. Oh my. Finally, starting from the 5th generation, you can catch them with a basket, but that works if you are playing on the 1.19 version or higher. Generations exist for all creatures we can tame and breed, including chickens and piglets. Getting the chicks is pretty simple, just catch a rooster and a hen, and usually they run in packs, so you'll get them quickly. Drop a small trough for them and fill it with grains. Oh, and by the way, chickens can lay eggs without a rooster, but it seems to take longer, and these eggs will be unfertilized, meaning that chicks won't hatch from them. But at least you can cook scrambled eggs or something. However, if there is a rooster in the coop, the hens will lay eggs more willingly and clutter the coop with them if you don't make nests. When the nest gathers 3 eggs, the brooding hen must settle on them and incubate for 5 days until the chicks hatch. Finally, the piglets. Just like bighorns, they eat from a large trough and enjoy all sorts of foods. To get piglins, both the female piggy and the giga boar chad must consume a whopping 10 servings. No fuss, simply feed them and wait for 25 in-game days until the piggy becomes pregnant and forges a bunch of piglets, which will then grow for another 158 hours. And that's how you breed animals in Vintage Story. Alright guys, that seems to be it for now, and I'll catch ya in the next one.